Thank you all for being here. I'm so excited to present this year's graduation awards along with my fellow co-chairs, Nicholas Pacheco and Madeline New. We'll also, thank you. I have to say they are the best graduation committee I have ever been on, and that is a total of 1, so really great. I also want to give a really extra special thanks to Ernie Perez. Through his hard work, where is Ernie? There he is. Through his hard work, he's made all of this possible, and we are all indebted to him for really making this all happen, so thank you again. So we today will be presenting our awards to our deserving faculty and student award winners this year, along with the last lecture delivered by our very own, our very beloved, and one of the greatest professors I've ever had, Professor Wendy Munchman. I have to say, she is truly one of the kindest and most special people at this law school, and she is truly a treasure. So really and truly, we're so lucky. We're really looking forward to announcing all of today's awards. And without further ado, I want to present my fellow committee member, Nicholas, to present the dean.
Thank you, Sam. So now I have the honor to present our great dean. So please join me in a warm welcome of Dean Harry Osowski.
Thank you so much, Nicholas. So good afternoon and welcome to the 2025 Awards Ceremony and Last Lecture, the first of the series of official graduation events where we're going to be celebrating the incredible class of 2025. And so we're going to do this over and over again this week, but it's our first chance to do it. Can everybody please join me in giving a huge congratulations to the class of 2025. So before we turn to thank yous, I also wanted to acknowledge the current moment and the degrees, the importance of the degrees that our graduates are obtaining. We're really proud at this law school to prepare future lawyers and judges and legal professionals who serve our society and take an oath to our Constitution. And we're so proud of this year's graduates and excited for the difference that they're going to make in society. At this moment of challenge, lawyers and judges have such a crucial role to play in supporting the rule of law and our legal system, and I will say it over and over again because it is also true that in addition to our all congratulating the amazing group of graduates who fill this room, I think they should give us all hope for the future because I know they're going to go out into the world and do incredible things. So again, let's give another round for them. I'm telling you, we can't do it too many times. So I also would like you to please join me in thanking the amazing students here who have led our graduation committee, Madeline New, Nicholas Pacheco, and Sam Pritchard. Can we give them a huge round of applause, too? They have done such wonderful work in planning this week in celebration, including today's award ceremony and last lecture, that'll be given by the amazing Professor Wendy Munchman. More on that in a moment, immediately following the awards. So many staff members here at the law school work together to organize today's event. We've already, of course, gotten a shout out to Ernie Perez. But I'd really, if everyone could please join me in thanking like everyone who's been involved, the student services team, the marketing and strategic communications team, the AV team, Compass Catering, and of course, Dynamic Donuts for the food and drinks we're about to enjoy. I see Sebastian Buyak, who's so involved in all of the events. I mean, there's so many people we could spend the entire last lecture thanking them, but if we could just give a big round of applause to the incredible team who's brought today together. And then one last super important thank you, which is before we proceed to awards, I just want to recognize and thank this year's graduating class gift committee, which is comprised of 14 graduating students from all of the degree programs who volunteered to strategically plan, promote, and fundraise from their fellow classmates, which of course is not the easiest thing to do, right? 132 graduating students so far have participated. They've raised $7,190 so far, and each student donor has designated the specific program, scholarship, or clinic that will benefit from their donation. And through their giving, the class of 2024 is already making an important difference in our students' lives and in the impact that the law school can have. So please join me in thanking the class gift committee members for all of their incredible efforts. So as you know, this week is a celebration of you and your accomplishments. It's a time for, I love seeing so many loved ones in the room, and I always want to welcome all of the loved ones here. And in fact, I lied, it's not my last thank you. We're going to do this over and over again too. But could you please join me in thanking all of the loved ones in the room who have played such a critical role in getting our graduates to this day in so many different ways. So one of our time-honored traditions at this law school is for members of the graduating class to recognize their peers and select faculty members with graduation awards. So today we're going to recognize the students and faculty members who've won those awards. These individuals have been selected from among an amazing list of nominees, and I want to congratulate not only those who received the awards, but all who were nominated this year. Thank you for the difference that each and every one of you's made in our law school in teaching and supporting our students. And I also wanted to share from Judge Scudder, who is again receiving the very well-deserved Outstanding Adjunct Award, his gratitude that he's very sorry not to be here today due to his son's medical school graduation, and that he's very much looking forward to convocation and addressing the graduating class. So I just wanted to pass along that message from him. So can we just, I know they're going to be introduced by the students, but can we also clap for all of the amazing award winners and nominees? So while our students will be formally introducing Professor Muchman in the last lecture following the awards ceremony, I also wanted to take a moment to congratulate her and thank her for delivering the last lecture to these graduating students. This is another one of our time-honored Northwestern traditions at the law school. Each year, the graduating class selects a faculty member to give the last lecture. And the class of 2025 voted for Professor Wendy Muchman, and I'm very confident that they're going to enjoy this final lecture of their law school experience. Professor Muchman has already been alluded to by our student leaders, is an extraordinary human being who makes such a difference in our law school community and in society. Her important leadership and teaching work on ethics in particular matters tremendously, especially now in these challenging times. I'm so grateful for the innovative leadership and teaching she brings that the AALS section on technology law and legal education recognized just this past year in giving her their Technology and Ethics Award. And I hear regularly exactly what we just heard from these students. I hear it from students, I hear it from alumni, that her teaching and mentoring has meant so much to them, that it's made such a difference to them. And I also have to say as the dean that she just could not be a better colleague and citizen of the law school, and I'm very personally grateful for the insights that she shares and to have had the opportunity to partner with her as she leads in so many important ways. So in closing, I want to just congratulate the class of 2025 again. We're so grateful for everything that each one of you has contributed to our law school community, and we're so excited for the steps you're going to take from here and the difference that you're going to make. And I can't wait to recognize each and every one of you at Convocation on Friday at the Chicago Theater. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the members of the graduation committee to present the awards. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us again. I also want to congratulate all the parents, family, and support systems that I see in the room. I see a lot of you. Make eye contact. Congratulations to you too, and thank you so much for supporting us. Okay, I'm going to start with the first award. The Outstanding Adjunct Professor Award honors the teaching excellence of adjunct faculty members. Congratulations to this year's winner, Adjunct Professor Judge Michael Scudder, who we know could not make it today. The Outstanding First Year Course Professor Award was established in 1996 to honor the teaching excellence of faculty members who teach a first-year mandatory course. Congratulations to this year's winner, Professor Michael Barsa. Okay. The Outstanding Professor of a Small Class Award was established to honor the teaching excellence of faculty members who teach classes of limited size. Congratulations to this year's winner, Professor Jason DeSanto. The Robert R. Wooten Award is for teaching excellence in the LLM tax program, honors the teaching excellence of faculty in the area of tax law. Congratulations to this year's winner, Professor Genevieve Tokic. The MSL as Outstanding Residential Professor honors the teaching excellence of faculty member in teaching in the Masters of Science in Law's residential format. Congratulations to this year's winner, Professor J. Scott McBride. The MSL Outstanding Online Professor honors the teaching excellence of a faculty member teaching in the Masters of Science in Law's online program. Congratulations to this year's winner, Professor Sarah Losky. And lastly, it is my great privilege to recognize this year's winner of the Robert Childress Memorial Award for Teaching Excellence. The Childress Award was established in honor of Professor Robert Childress, a great law teacher. The award is presented annually to the faculty members selected by the student body as the year's most outstanding teacher. Congratulations to this year's winner, Professor Cliff Zimmerman.
That was this year's Stanley Cup winner. And I'm really thankful that Professor Zimmerman agreed to hoist the trophy. So we'll now be starting on student awards. So I have the great privilege of presenting the Courage Award, which is presented to the student who has shown the greatest courage in surmounting the obstacles and barriers to entering into the legal profession. Congratulations to this year's winner, Asia Wasif. For the next award, the Global Legal Profession Award is presented to the LLM student who's exemplified the standards of professionalism and has made the greatest contribution to the global legal profession through sharing professional knowledge, engaging in experiential opportunities, and/or building global legal networks. Congratulations to this year's winner, Jinyi Li. The Leadership Award is given to the student who has made the greatest contribution to leadership into the student community. And I want to congratulate to my former section mate, Gunny Park. Our former section rep, who got us a ping pong tournament in the first year. Definitely one of our faves. And next is the Legal Profession Award, which is presented to the student who's made the greatest contribution to professional responsibility and to the practice of law. I want to congratulate this year's winner, also from my former section, Section 3, Taylor Wagner Samakulu. And the last award that I'll be presenting is the Lee B. Bien Prize. I definitely butchered that pronunciation, but it's awarded to the student who has demonstrated excellence in writing, research, and intelligence and originality in the approach to the topic in a student note or comment on the Journal of Criminal Law and Criminology. It's my great honor to present to my friend, Nick Elliott Smith.
The Louden-Wigmore Prizes recognizes students who produced outstanding written contributions to each Northwestern Pritzker School Law Journal. So congratulations to this year's winners. For the Northwestern Law Journal, the Refuge, Asia Wasif. The Journal of Technology and Intellectual Property, Matt Green. Northwestern University Law Review, Rowan Aragon. Journal of Law and Social Policy, Matthew Johnson. Journal of Human Rights, Victoria Wang. The Journal of International Law and Business, Serena Lightstone. The Journal of Criminal Law and Criminology, C.J. Miller. Now, the MSL Residential Award Student Award is given to the graduation residential MSL student who, through the impact of the program and the world, best exemplify the innovative spirit of the MSL program. Congratulations to this year's winner, Chinmeri Wuba. Now, the MSL Online Student Award is given to the graduating online student who, through their impact on the program and the world, best exemplify the innovative spirit of the MSL program. Congratulations to this year's winner, Kristen Waivoda. The Service Award is given to the student who has shown the greatest dedication and commitment to the public service and the practice of law. Congratulations to this year's winner, Moon Han Lee. Now, the Victor Rosenblum Award is given to the LLM student who has done the most to uphold the traditions of the law school. We have a tie. Sorry about that. We don't have a tie. I'm sorry. Congratulations to this year's winner, Kaori Kawaguchi.
The Wigmore Key is presented to the student who's done the most to uphold the traditions of the law school. Congratulations to this year's winner, my friend, Adrian Redmond.